Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Footstep Show. Today, we'll be talking about making a start fresh in 2022, which is a recap of all we have listened to from the beginning of January till now. So, my name is C, and we'll come back and with a short motivational quote. right, so welcome back. I go by the name of C. So today I'm going to talk about two motivational quotes and I'll read them. The first one is: a fresh start isn't a new place, it's a new mindset. A fresh start isn't a new place, it's a new mindset. And the second one is: hit the reset button. Whatever happened yesterday, forget about it. Get a new perspective. Today is a new day. Fresh starts begins now. Hit the reset button. Whatever happened yesterday, forget about it. Get a new perspective. Today it's a new day. Fresh starts begins now. So when I put these two quotes together, it explains that regardless of the mindset, it doesn't matter of a place, you can start up right now. If you couldn't do your goals that you were supposed to do it yesterday, you can still do it today. It doesn't matter. You have to forget about it and keep going until you get what you want. So it's very important that when we have a new fresh beginning, we need to forget about the past and focus on the future and always have the clear mindset that this is what I want to do. So it's very important that we should always forget about the past and focus on the future and the present day and always have a new mindset. It's not about a place, it's what we have in mind of how we want to change our behavior, our personalities, and everything else to have a mindset. So this is my motivational quotes for today. So today we'll be talking about what we have done so far from the Fresh Start series. So we'll just take a short mini break and we'll dive into it. All right, so welcome back again. If you're watching live, we're live on Facebook and on YouTube on The Footstep Show. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube on The Footstep Show. So today I have my co-host with me, Brother Daniel Ubri, while we'll be talking about everything we've learned so far in the Start Right series. So welcome back. It's been a long time.
Yes, it's been a long time. I mean, staying behind the scene, learning as
Yes.
well, and then also getting so many information fully packed to start the year with, and the months
Yes.
ahead of us.
Yes. So my question would be, why do we make a fresh start in 2022?
I think, Sisi, over the when the year was about to end, there were so many discussions that we've really had, so many things that we've said, or we've set out so many goals that
Yeah.
we've even prayed about it in 31st night, that God, I want to do this, I want to achieve this year. And that really motivated us to start with this series. And throughout this series, we've learned so much. We've learned about our spiritual life, even motivating ourselves, and also even how to even check up with our relation. But why do we need to really make a fresh start? Maybe you are listening to me this afternoon. You prayed about it. Between the first 30 days, you had said you wanted to do A, B, C, D. But then along the way, we are in February right now. And the first February, all the goals that you set had really gone away. So there is a need for us to come back again and then look at it. that you said you want to do this. You prayed about it. What happened? That you have not been able to achieve it. So we wanted to wrap it up that it's never too late to make a fresh start again in February and really stick to the plan back again.
All right, great. I know with Dr. Abbey, one of the stuff I had remember about him was opportunity, choosing purpose in life as an opportunity. Is a discovering and developing and having potentials. So how can we achieve that as we do the fresh start?
See, I think everything really, looking at what Dr. Abbey said during that time, everything depends on individually our mindset.
Yeah.
We beginning to reposition ourselves. You see, a change will happen. It depends on you. You are the only one that can make the change that you want to really see in your life. And bear in mind, no one can really do that if you do not really prepare your mindset and get things really done what you want to be. Everything that we want to really achieve in this world depend on us. And we hold the power to our life. Either good or bad depends on you to be able to really make this impact of a fresh start. Depend on you changing your attitude, you changing the way you think, you changing certain bad behaviors that you said you want to really do. Let's say that at the beginning of the year you had said to yourself so many things. These were some of the things that you were going on dieting. What happened? That we are in February, you have gone back to the old things that you used to do. You set up that you wanted to really spend time with your family. What happened? That you have really gone back to the way you used to be. You said that you were going to set up emergency funding or emergency funds or cut your expenses. What happened? That you have really gone back to the way you used to really live in 2022. You said that you made a promise that you want to make a change in your academics. And you set a goal that, you know what, in every week I'm going to read 2 books. But then what happened? That you have not been able to really read all those books that you say. So I think to see everything that we want to really say within this series is that it is about we changing the way we think, our mindset. And if we begin to really change those things, the new things will happen in our life.
Great. So what is the importance of making a fresh start? Why is it really important?
I think that, to see, in everybody's life, there's one way or the other that we need to really sit down and look at our life, the way things are really going. Is that the way that we want it to go? You see, if we do not really sit down to analyze our life very well, then we'll get others who will help us to think. You see, so it is so important that my dear brother listen to me, my dear sister listen to me, a friend, a colleague, that we need to really sit down. Number one, sit down and analyze your life. Sit down and plan your life. Number two, I think Apostle William once really said that we cannot do it without God.
Yeah.
In everything that we are doing, we cannot do it without God. I know there are so many prayers that we have said, but then we need a God factor in our life. So if we want to really start it and make it part of us, then we need to really make that constant move. I remember in one of the series the Apostle William was telling us that whatever that you want to really plan, you need to really write them. Maybe a second note, paste it on the wall and say that, oh, I want to really do this. You write it, and I want to read my Bible around this time. You write that, and then you make sure you are able to really fall into stick to those plans and those goals that you have really set to your life. One of the things that I want to also add on it is that we need our family. Maybe if you were someone who do not really spend time with your family, in 2022, make time for your family. And if you are someone who is also married or dating someone, you need to also pay attention. There is a time for you to really check up in your marriage, in your relation that you are in, the people that are around you, that you love them. You need to really check on that too. You see, you may occupy yourself with so many things, with your money and other stuff.
Yeah.
But then family is so important and it's so unique there. So I want to add that we need to also change our personality. We need to really change the way people see us to be. And change here that we are talking about is possible, that you and I can really do it. It all begins with the way we are able to strategize and the way we are able to package it and make it work for us to really see. And we need to also change our mindset, the way people see us in 2021. Do we want the same people to see us the same way? We need to really do something about it. You see, we cannot sit down the way we are in 2021 and think that in 2022 things will really fall in its place. It will never happen. I mean, if you want this change to really happen, you cannot stay on your bed and think that, oh God, I want this to really happen, and it will happen. We need to really make a move, and that move depends on us. You see, everything about life begins with a step, and that step depends on you.
So I think I just want to add on to what you said about sticky note. I started doing that. It's very important. I've seen that each time I go by week. So maybe I've set goals for the weeks, and I'll go maybe week 1. This is what I did, and I'll check which one I haven't done and which one I have done, and I'll push it to the following week. I say, okay, I need to get this done. Maybe like if I want to read my Bible, I say, okay, if I couldn't do it this week, then I have to do it by the next week, and so on and so on. I think it helps me a lot, and I hope that our cherished viewers can be learning from that. That is very important to take notes. Like Apostle William said, put it on your wall, so as a daily reminder to check it up and see if you've done them or not, and how you can implement them in the next steps. So my next question would be that I know with COVID, it has affected a lot of our mindset. In your opinion, would you say that it has greatly affected our mindset in terms of changing our lifestyle with COVID in this era?
Well, I think that with COVID has been something else, has really changed the world totally. But I think that it had really changed the way we do things. For example, whoever thought that, a lot of Christians will be having their church service on Zoom.
Yeah.
That classes will move to online. First, when you talk to people about online things, it was a different thing altogether. But now, COVID has really come to really live with us. But we cannot use that as an excuse and saying that because of COVID. But then, we should use it to really profit us. So let's say, for example, you are someone who is working from home, and you think with this COVID, you have the flexibility of working from home, and your office does not really demand so much for you to really drive there. Then you can also upgrade yourself. After all, schools are online, so you can really use that opportunity to do something new. So I don't see it so much of a change, but then we have to really make it work for us. And once we do that, we'll get something out of it.
Yeah, I find that I agree with you, but in my perspective, it gave me the opportunity to learn so many things, like having time with my family at home, doing extra stuff online, because like you said, classes were online, church was online, but it gave us more things to learn about, and I had a chance to be more with my family, do some other stuff online, like some other degrees, do some research online, so I can be open about technology, and like I said, most importantly, give me more time to be with my family in this COVID era. So it has opened my eyes a lot, and I hope to use those moving forward when I have to change my mindset for this year 2022. So
but you know something, that through this COVID, that's the Footstep Show. I mean,
yes, the Footstep Show coming up.
It is one of the things that, I mean, COVID brought, and we're able to really do this. So
yes,
COVID
and then
us.
It did help us with the Footstep Show. It did a lot. It did.
Yeah.
It did. So I know we are turning 1 already. It's been a year old already. We'll talk about it later in the show. But what is the way forward in this? Like, with everything we've learned from Dr. Abbott to Apostle to the other doctor, I forgot her name, Dr. Ajwa, and then to Echampoma, thank you. And then right now, last week we learned with Safmami Gertrude. In all this, what is the way forward for 2022?
I think I want to take it back to last week's show, which Safmami Gertrude really stressed on checking up our relation with our marriage. We need to really check up, and she made mention of certain flags that we need to really check up for. So if you are dating someone and the person does not really cherish you the way it's supposed to be, and you see some wrong flags inside, then you need to really check about it. And she also said something about married couples need to really sit down and look at the year, how things has really been. You know, how with the family, with the kids and everything, how has it been? And how do we really move forward? So there is a need for the family to also get together. And then also we learned something from Dr. Echampon, Adjo Echampon, who also educate us on our lifestyle. So I want to really stress that men who do not really go for checkup this year, make it a plan to go for a checkup. You never know what is within your body. You know, you see, there's a need for us at least once every year or once every 6 months. Go for checkup. Check up what is really happening within your life. Let this checkup be a habit on you. And then also eating, the way we eat things. You know, we should exercise more. I know, Sisi, you had so many questions about, do you have to really drink water? How many times you have to drink water?
Yes.
You see, these are some of the things that we need to really do in our life. So in actual sense, when we talk about the way forward, I want to really challenge everyone. Change your thinking, change your belief. Change your belief, change your expectation. And then changing your expectation changes your attitude. And changing your behavior, change your performance. And changing your performance, change your culture. And changing your culture, change your life or lifestyle. So I want to really say that if you do not hear anything, then there is a need for you to really change your lifestyle. And if you are able to do that, then by December, we can sit down that I said I was going to do this. I was able to achieve it. I said I was going to do A, and A is done, B is done, C is done, D is done. You know, you can really take stock of your life. You know, maybe you are also listening to us right now and you think, oh, you started and things are not working the way it's supposed to be. You see, we may talk, but the actual work depends on you. You need to really sit down. You need to really change your mind. And as you do that, there will be something, a new wind of change will really happen in your life. We see successful people, they never started becoming successful people as we see them to be, but they work hard to really get to the goal that they have really got into. You can also be successful. Nobody was born to be failure in life. You are not a failure. You can achieve what you want to really do if you put in that extra work. You see, you want to be financially sound very well, but you know what, at the end of the week or at the end of the month, when you get your pay, you spend more than even the money that you get. How do you become a financial sound well? There's a little drop of water making a mighty ocean. You need to begin to really have a plan B. A plan B meaning saying that learn to really know your budget for the week, the budget for the month, things that are important that you need to really save them or pay. Budget for those things and pay yourself some money. So let's say you are getting 500 every week, you know, and your bills is around $250. Why don't you pay yourself maybe $100 and save the rest? These are practical steps that we can really plan ourselves to do. And let us evaluate our priorities. When you are going to buy something, ask yourself, do I need this? Do I need it? This? And I want to stress on budgeting, because, or brother, you cannot really do it without not you sitting down and jotting certain things down. Try and pay your debts. Try and pay your debts. Don't pile up the bills. Try and pay them. And if you pile them up, you see, when those money comes in your hand, it will go back into the bills. But then if you pay them a constant, you see that you have some money to really save. Maybe you've not even thought about automatic savings. Think about it in doing that. If you think your credit is not good, those of us in outside, whereby your credit is everything, begin to really work on your credit so that you can have a good credit score to do whatever you want to do. My final thing that I want to say is that every journey has some potholes inside in the road. But you need to really change the way you think. You need to really process your mind in making a fresh start in your financial. It is no difference that others have really done it, whereby you cannot do it. You can also do it. you are bound to be successful. You are bound to be richer if you are able to really do this. I think some time back I was listening to this radio where at the beginning of the year, one motivational speaker was really saying that if you begin to really put, let's say, $1 every day and put it into an investment, those investments will earn you more. So begin to really change that mind. The way forward is you to make those changes.
Great, great. I think from my side, I think I've learned, especially with Dr. Grant, like you said, it's very important to have a checkup. I know in Canada there's so many ways we can get a checkup, but it's very important. If you can do it once, it'd be very helpful just to know, like, we're all healthy, we know, but you never know, something can happen and then you can get it corrected before it's too late. So it's very important to take a checkup, call any hospital around and just go for a checkup. And as well, very important to eat and respect the eating time frame. And very important that we shouldn't eat 3 hours before we go to bed. So it's very important not to eat 3 hours before you go to bed. And also to drink water throughout. It helps. It makes us feel hydrated. And also to make sure to eat all the fruits and vegetables that is needed, and to cut on carbohydrate and cholesterol and all those fats. So very important if you want to have a healthy eating lifestyle. Very important to take note of all these things, and always exercise, do daily exercise, as well as relationship checkups. Very important to check on the red flags. If you're in a relationship and you see those red flag, remember, now it will change. So very important to take note of these red flags. And if you know it's getting too much, then my brother and sister, please leave the relationship so you can have a fresh start as well. And don't forget that change your mindset. It's not a place, but rather your mindset. Very important to change your mindset for 2022. Whatever you couldn't do in 2021, you should do it as a bucket list for 2022. Put sticky notes around your room, around your living room, where you be in, as a reminder to say, oh, I put that as a reminder. Let me try and work on it and get it done. So like that, like my co-host said, at the end of the year 2022, you will say, oh, I was able to fulfill majority of these bucket list items that I put on my notes. So very, very important. So we'll take a short break and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. If it's your first time joining us on Facebook, we are live there and on YouTube. And don't forget to follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at The Footsteps Show. So we're talking about making a fresh start in 2022, about everything we've learned from the Start Right series, and how it's very important for us to have that in mind to move on with 2022 with our bucket list, with our notes, and how to change our mindset and everything else that we want to do, especially in this COVID era where we are still here. It's here to stay with us, but to change our mindset actually, and always focusing on the present and future and not to think about the past. So welcome back, Rodobri.
Thank you so much, Sissy.
So from everything we've learned, are you gonna take some with you? Do you have any take-home ways that you're gonna use, especially with the sticky notes, healthy eating, relationship checkups, and destiny and changing your mindset?
Well, I have um, learned so much about it during
Mm-hmm.
this series, and that is really helping me a lot. I mean, my is to spending more time reading and learning about goals, and also spending more time with family. No matter how things are, our family is one of the most important things, and that is what God has really treasured us with. And also, one of the things that making impact in people's life, motivating others and encouraging people to really to inspire them to the goal that they want to really achieve in. So I think that if I want to be successful in 2022 and I'm not able to really make any impact in anybody's life, then I'm going to really feel bad about it. So I believe in that creating more room, getting to know the people around you, and finding ways and meaning to help them out in their life. For all you know, they might be going through certain things that you are not aware of. But then once you draw closer to them, you are able to know.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things that I've also thought about it is that if we are in church, we should really get closer with other young people. You see,
Yeah.
they say that knowledge is not in one person's mind. We all have things that we can really do. But once you bring your suggestion and I bring my suggestion, we are able to bring them and join forces and make an impact within the society that we find ourselves in. So I trust that whatever that we are doing, we should bear in mind of the old days, leaving them behind and stepping into a new arena of new things. If we keep on holding on to the old things, then we cannot really do. Maybe to you, 2022, you have really titled it in a different way. Maybe you have said a year of restoration, a year of transformation, a year of making impact, or a year of visitation, a year of turnaround. You can give all those names, but if you do not work on them, those things will never happen. So to me, it is about really reflecting constantly, week by week, day by day, month by month, asking yourself the same question: that I said I want to do this, have I been able to achieve them? I said I want to really do this in this year, where have I really got into? And if I'm able to really do all those things, then I can really sit back and then look at the year and say that 2022 has been a year of great blessing. That is what I can really add on.
Wow, wow, wow. Great, great, great. With me, it's similar to you too. Making more room for 2022 with my family. Um, get to read more books, do some research that will help me with school, with my spiritual life as well. So I hope I can do that for 2022 and work on my finances as well, which is very important, and do more healthy lifestyle eating and go for more checkup because I lack in that, but I need to go for it too. It's very important for me. I hope I can do that and have God with me. I think with everything is possible with Him, so that'll be very possible. All right, let's move on. I know Footstep Show will be 1 years old in 2 weeks' time. Actually, in 2 weeks' time, and I'm excited already. Like we said, we started out with this COVID era. We decided to start this show February 20th, 2021, and here we are in 2 weeks' time. We are already a year. So it is. It's been a
Yes,
while. It's gone a
it's been
long
a while.
road. It's been a while, so like going for a long road, and um, I'm excited for this 1 year anniversary. How about you, Bedopi?
Well, I'm just looking at it in the excitement and then also the impact that we've been able to really make within this one
Yes,
year. You see, we started this show, we didn't know how we were going to really do it. And we had so many people who had really passed through. I remember the first show with Lady Abraham, we were having some feedback, and
yes,
then we did learn, and we built up, we built up on it. So I look up to it that God has been good, and God has been with us from day one.
yes,
And we step into
yes,
this new 1 year anniversary with boldness and with the impact that we have been able to make and what lies ahead of us. So we want people to really go to our page, like the page, comment, tell us of some of the topics you want us to really talk to or discuss, so that we can really get the resource people that will help us to really answer this question with us. You can join us in any of the platform. You can just search us, The Footstep Show, and you will find us there.
yes, yes. So don't forget to follow us, like we said. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and on Instagram. And write us to send us topic that you want us to discuss. Like you said, we have our resource people, and we'll come up with programs throughout the year. So in 2 weeks' time, we'll be back here again as we will celebrate our first anniversary and look back at how far God has brought us for this one amazing year. So please, if you have any questions, if you have any topics you want us to talk about, please don't hesitate to put it on the Facebook, on the YouTube comments. We'll read it and try and cook something all together for throughout the year. So I want to say, on behalf of the Footsteps Show, I want to say thank you so much. We hope that this making a fresh start in 2022 will be helpful for all of us. And don't forget to always go back to our videos. They are all there for us to listen, to review, and take more notes about it so we can move on for 2022 and have a fresh and a good start in 2022. So, Brother, I don't know if you want to add something.
Yes, I want to really add that the month that we are in, it is also a month
Yes,
of love, and it's also a Black History Month. So
yes,
we want to really say that our young ones, there are so many great people that made impact in the society that we find ourselves in. Share with us the impact that you are making in your society, so that we can really celebrate you and talk about you, of your success stories, the things that you've been able to really achieve in. We want to also say that it's a month of love. Check up on your relationship, your marriage life, the friends around with you. Show love to them. Thank you.
yes. So we'll see each other again in 2 weeks' time with the month of love. We'll be posting stuff on the month of love and Black History Month. So please don't forget to celebrate someone for love and for Black History Month, someone who has motivated you, mentored you, had a great influence to be where you are today. So don't forget. Send us a message on Facebook. We are there, YouTube too, even on Instagram and Twitter. We'll read it out loud throughout this month as we celebrate our first year anniversary as well. So today, we'll see each other in 2 weeks' time, and have a blessed night and a blessed week.
Bye.
Bye.